Good afternoon, dear friends. In this video, let's talk about neurographics. How to use neurographics to fulfill all your most counseled dreams. How to get to the next level with the help of neurographics, to get out of the matrix, to open your eyes, and everything you want, it will sprinkle literally on you, on your head. So, what is neurographics? I will explain in simple language so that you understand the meaning. So, well, imagine that your life today looks something like this. So here you have a house, here you have a job, here you have a store of some kind. Yeah. The transportation you use, car or bus. Next, you may have children. You take them to school, to daycare, you take care of their development. And now imagine that every day from home you commute to work by car. On to the store, on to school, on to home. But each of these points can also be divided into dozens more sub-points. For example, at home you undress, hang up your clothes, put your shoes in the shoe rack, go, wash your hands, sit down at the table, eat dinner, turn on the TV. That is, a very large number of actions that you perform on automatic. You ride too. You know this road, you've traveled it 100 and 500 times. You're driving on automatic. You come to work, you do the habitual actions, the activities that you do. As a routine. Yes, God forbid that you have some kind of creative work, and you need to get involved every time, but still, that's the whole job right there. Next, some familiar stores, maybe now fancy markets, yes, order couriers, order sushi at home. So your life is made up of a very many series of events. Repetitive. And now imagine that these events, even washing your hands before or having breakfast or not having breakfast or buying coffee somewhere or even the way you have sex, are all habitual actions, that is, according to a certain scheme, and these ties are strong. Just imagine once it's gone, second time we've been through it, third time we've been through it, 400 and 500 times, year after year. Maybe there are some new branches somewhere, yes, but then this connection also becomes firm. In the same way, if there is something new in your life, yes, there is a new person, there are new connections. This person, let's say, has led a new event into your life, and thanks to him you have moved to a new level, you have started to do something well, you have found another one there. Work, yeah, that's further down the road. And so, anything that departs from the usual daily pattern of this routine, you have the formation of new neural connections, new experiences. That is, any new experience, it forms a new bond. And if it's repeated many times, it becomes very strong. And it goes right to the machine. So anything that is very strong, you do it. And as a rule, the life of a modern man, it grows such a web of such hard weaves, and then we wonder why nothing changes in our lives. Well, because everything that happens in your brain is a hard, established neural connection. And to break it, to let it grow further, yes, so when you do something out of the ordinary, you go outside the box, a new bond is formed. She's still very weak. So you go like this, fumbling, you don't know if you can do it, you can't do it, you're capable, you're not capable. I mean, it's so light. If, God forbid, something happens there that puts you off, that's it. You'll forget that path and you won't go there again. And if you like it, if this plan works for you, if it really comes into your life, then the connection will start to take on this density. So the more dense, good, solid neural connections you have, the more quality you stand on. Straight, fixated in space, in time, in position, in your resentments, in your desires of some kind, in your life, in your people that you maybe want to get away from, but can't. And that's how this tight grid, it just sits there and doesn't let you in. To get out of it, you need new events, that is, you have to force yourself to pull yourself out, and so that we go to a new club tonight to get drunk, not so that I'll go on Tinder with someone to meet. And you need to do something, come up with a new branch with your brain, that is to give a road like this brook to flow from you from the river flows on the same brook, yes, nothing happens. You need to get your brain working in a new direction. For example, a very good exercise is when you take the same familiar routes, but walk, say, on the other side of the street. Or you're walking backwards. Or you walk around with, I don't know, a balloon tied around your head. That is, the same route, but you break it with your offbeat, unconventional approach and action. And just like that, this out-of-the-box approach, it involves awareness. So you are not on automatic sleep, like a zombie, dreaming, going through this path, but you are going through it consciously. So your consciousness included. And when our consciousness is switched on, it is in the shared information field. You attract the right events, the right people, and it's as if everything in your life starts to happen the way you want it to. So inclusion, mindfulness, awareness, consciousness, they are very important even in habitual routine activities. So now we come to neurography. So what is it for, and how do you use it? It's such a psychological method that helps you get out of your usual patterns. As a rule, why am I telling you about him? Everyone who makes a wish and then does this neural network thing, it all comes true. I'll do that too. Well, I'll do it as psychotherapy. It's good for anyone to do something, some psychological exercises. When I was so skeptical about it, I think that I've been there and made a wish, and made the most incredible wish, which is just not possible. Well, in my life, I really want it, but it's kind of not coming true. And I'm over it. I'm like, oh, whatever. Here, what do you want? I did this exercise simply by, well, being a responsible student. They told me to do it, so I did it. Yeah, it's a coworker's. And the wish came true 2 days later. I'm serious. Well, you can't write it off as a fluke, because I've been waiting my whole life for this fluke. Yes. And then 2 days later it came true. Wow. Come on, let me make another wish. Here you go. So this is the method I'm sharing. And I don't believe usually when they tell me, here he has, there he has, the collection worked for him, until I experience it myself. So here I am sharing what has worked for me. And in general, yes, it works for everyone. And oddly enough, people are sharing impressions, reviews, what really works. So, what you need? You need to draw a dot in the very center. It is you in space, in the universe. In all your past, present, and future, in all your lives. And from that point, start drawing neural connections. That is, you need to draw a line from this point that ends somewhere outside the sheet. And that's how you draw. Each line should be a new line. It should not be similar to the previous one. Our goal now includes and shows our subconscious mind how to work. These lines cross at some points. They can come in many different shapes, everyone has their own. If they overlap, no big deal. But they all have to come to an end. More accurately, they are infinite. They don't end. Therefore, when you run out of a leaf, it always says that the leaf is over, but the line itself goes into space. And this way, I'm not going to draw a lot, but you intuit as much as you want, as much as you need, as much as you require. As long as your hand is moving, that's how you draw. And so you're like this. Somebody's gonna have it all crossed out here. Can cross the same menu many times. It's all in your imagination. So, what do we do next? You've done some drawing. It can take any amount of time. Next, you need to connect all the intersecting lines now. I'll try to show you even closer now. Connecting, as seen in the pictures here, looks like a neuron. And you need to connect those intersecting lines just right. This is what he looks like. Here's a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a little neuron like this. Further, the following connection was found, shaded, the following. If you have there from one point several, then draw in each direction such a leg of a neuron, and in this way we draw the whole, completely everything. You must find all intersections by all means. If there are a lot of them, some can take an hour, 2 hours, maybe even longer. That is, it can take quite a large amount of time. And your job is just to find all these connections, to connect them. While you're doing that, you can listen to meditative music, listen to meditation. To think about your own. But best of all, it's unlikely that you'll find a specific meditation that's right for you. So if you are in the beginning, having made a wish, you can think about it, you can talk about it. If you have more than one person. For example, a very good way in bachelorette parties to delude. Girls love to roll wishes. So they make a wish and start drawing. So, with a line, can be in different colors. You have pencils, felt tip pens. But it's best to ideally do black gel pens. That's the most perfect thing. Here we go. You and the girls. Gathered, you can tell each other your wishes. You don't have to tell me. And you just sit there, hanging out with them, doing this witchcraft thing. Because this witchcraft will grant you your wish. And time. Borrowing, using, tasting. That's the way you do it. If you feel in the process that you need to add a line somewhere, then add it. You draw, you draw, you draw. I did not succeed much. In fact, maybe more. Well, because I didn't make a wish. I'm just showing you the technique to make it clear. Verify that you have connected all the intersections. Next, the next step. You have colored pencils. I have 1 or 2 masters who have singled me out at the front desk. I'm not going to be prepared. And you take the colors you like. What do you do next? These are the spaces that need to be shaded. You can do it any way you like. You can do it sloppily. You can do it carefully, pedantically. You can make it so that you have multiple colors in the same space there. You can do the same color on everything if you want. You can make different ones. You can paint everything black. I'm kidding. And your job is to sit straight. And feel what color you want, that's what you add. It's asking for it, we're adding it. And in the process, you get a canvas that's so colorful. When it all works out, and I'll say it again, it's a 2-hour endeavor. Right. Very good meditation, very good at calming you down. And as a side effect, granting wishes. You did it all. And the very last thing you do through the center, you need to draw a line, preferably red, fiery, straight red felt tip pen or red pencil. And this line will come from your heart through the center of the universe and go further it all into infinity. This is the line of your intention, the energy to fulfill that desire. She should. Maybe it's smooth, maybe it's like lightning sharp. It doesn't matter. Basically, I paint blue, you paint bright, like energy glowing. And here she is in any way she goes, right. Drawing and with firm intention. I already have it, I am worthy of it, I want it, I will have it. I mean, everything was presented in the most minute detail and off we went. Drawing a line. It could be straight, it could be crooked, it could be anything. You drew it and you can, just like a new neural connection, you can draw it a few times. You can read, then around the neighborhood, there's a yellow sneak. Anything. Your goal, this line doesn't end at the end of the sheet, it goes away. There, and here she goes too. That's it. Next, this is the drawing. You're forgetting about him, to put it bluntly. That's it, you drew it, well done, you had a good time. We don't get our hopes up because the same thing might not work. As I once thought. That I'm curious about. And here's a drawing like this. We're in our own house where we live. If someone has a house where they live, I, for example, don't have one right now. I'm such a traveler right now. We're hanging. Hang it somewhere visible or put it there by the mirror or by the bed, near the bed in the space. This is gonna be a good location. It's near graphics, since after all, everything we see before we go to sleep, everything we see when we wake up. It's a kind of subliminal microprogramming, because a lot of work has been done here. You've put a lot of energy, effort, time into this place. And you have your own plans for this drawing, don't you? Therefore, it has great power. And that's the big power you need to keep in front of your eyes somewhere. Understandably, you will notice it on the first, second day. But you won't notice him from here on out. You won't notice it, but your subconscious mind, it will register it all the time. It's like a reminder, like a beacon of where we're moving, what we're adjusting our lives to, what we want. This is our desire, our result. That's what I want. And it should be in front of your eyes as often as possible, even if you don't notice it, even if you forget about it. This is such an amazing way of neurography. Who has already tried it? Can you share your experience? I'm very interested. And to our subscribers as well. So good luck everyone, thank you all for being with me. It's very valuable to me because everything I share is. This is sincerely from the heart and for you, to make your life better. Thank you.